we want you to share with us what your experience in leadership has taught you about where our country finds itself now and where we think it ought to be and where it should be going.
Our country is going through major challenges, and leaders need to rise to that challenge. And one of the biggest challenges we're facing is corruption. And I'm very passionate about, one of the reasons I wanted to come to the business school is to really develop the next generation of leaders that are going to be ethical, authentic, and they'll be committed to make a difference in this world. And I always say when I speak to my mentees here at ULP, what you need to do is to make this world a little bit better than you found it. Not make it worse than you found it. And most of our leaders right now, and let's be honest, throughout the continent, is just they make this world a little bit worse than they found it. So what do we need to do? We need to basically make sure that we generate leaders and the next generation of leaders, especially coming from Katlehong. I want to speak to the Katlehong youngsters because I remember when I was in Katlehong, you know, my role model was the guy kwazana yakuka blind food scissors practice and I see into ana because I was ungakwazi njenge bazobathi ungakwazi njenge nzule uzamba fana umscratch scratch ekubula. I mean, look at that. That kind of role model was terrible, you know? And that's why we're taught just to be violent, taught to be unethical, taught to be thieves. I mean, the person you admire ought to be, he was, what he, yeah, oh yeah, kutuze, I mean, that whole system, it created that. But obviously now the political system has nurtured it. And we have to, because what does corruption? It robs the poor. It exacerbates poverty. It exacerbates inequality. It exacerbates diseases. Our continent is facing measure. That's a wonder. That's more passionate. But I mean, there's three trends that are happening in the world right now. This pandemic has shown us that the pre-COVID world is not going to come back. The world has changed. So we need to develop leaders that are nimble, agile, that's going to be able to make a huge impact. The second one, I mean, I'm an energy guy. This transition from high carbon economy to low carbon economy is a massive change. And we need to make sure we develop leaders that will take us into this new clean and green energy. And how do we do it without actually leaving too many people behind and causing more poverty? How do we do it when we leave our country, which is endowed with coal, for instance? Do we neutralize that? Should it be, we must have what we call climate justice, so we need leaders. And then obviously, finally, the digital transformation is massive. And last week here, when with Marwala, he was talking about digital illiteracy being now the biggest challenge that we're facing. You know, when we grew up, it was literacy. You know, when you could read and write, especially in the rural areas, the old people will call you, you know, and you would read. But now digital literacy is going to be the game changer, and it's going to decide who wins and who doesn't win. So we need leaders that are going to lead in that cutting edge. So that's what I'm saying as a responsibility for us as leaders. I just want to speak. Is the camera there? I want to speak to a young man or a young girl in Katlehong, in Soweto, in Tembisa, and you're sitting there. The only dream is that you will live and die in that township, and your vision is so limited, and you think your whole sky is already blocked, and you're from a poor family. Maybe you came up from a very dysfunctional family. Maybe you came up from in a situation where there is no education. There's nobody in your family who's ever passed matric. I want to tell you something, that you are the one who's going to start breaking through the cycle of poverty out of your family. You have a potential to make that giant leap out of your own family. We need you. This whole world is waiting for you. And please, your talents will outstrip any township life that you have. and never limit yourself. Rise up. The reason we're here just to inspire you, to cheer you, to encourage you, to equip you, to make sure that you become the best that you can be. And the whole world is waiting for you. Thank you very much.